Your hair looks good.
Thank you. I cut it myself.
Really?
Yeah, and then someone else fixed it. So the last time you guys tuned in, we got all the 5-speed parts basically back together, everything in the interior, drilled out the hole that allowed the master cylinder in. So today, we finally got all of the parts in that we've been waiting on, and I think it's time to kind of go through what we picked up. So we're gonna go ahead and install that today. Here's a comp stage 4 clutch that we ordered up. It does come with an alignment tool and a throwout bearing. We won't be using throwout bearing. Historically, I've always just liked to use the OEM Mitsubishi ones. And then it's got a clutch, or the actual clutch disc, and then our pressure plate. We did, however, keep the factory flywheel from the Eclipse. It is wrapped up. We actually had it resurfaced a couple days ago, actually a couple weeks ago. Wanted to make sure it didn't rust over. In the meantime, we do have some thread locker here, just so that for the flywheel bolts. And then this is a rear main seal. Ours isn't leaking, but we did want to make sure that we replaced it while the transmission is out, just to make sure, for good measure. Like I had mentioned, we do have a throwout bearing. We do use as much as we can OEM parts. So this is just an OEM throwout bearing from Mitsubishi. And then just wanted to give one of our buddies a good shout out here. Anas, his Instagram handle is chaotic_coating, and he's been a part of the Galant community for a number of years, and over time he's been a really good assistance in helping us kind of understand a little bit more about the Galant swap with the whether it's an Evo swap or the 5-speed swap. He's been a really big help. Basically what this is an adapter to run a 3G or an Evo 8 ECU, and this will plug right into the harness on the Galant side and then into the ECU, so we can run that. As you guys could tell, he did an awesome job packing that. So alright guys, we just got the seal out. I went ahead and cleaned up the actual housing to it. Just used some brake clean, tried to clean it up as best I could with a nylon brush. You could probably use a wire brush, but I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going too aggressive with it. Here's the new rear main. Here's the part number on it in case you guys are looking for it. And just a good look at a new seal versus an old seal. This seal actually wasn't too bad. It wasn't leaking, but again, we wanted to make sure we were taking precautionary measures. I think it was like 10 or 15 bucks new. We figured that this would be a pretty easy way of ensuring that we wouldn't have a rear main leak as time goes on. I do want to start off by saying I think that installing seals, there's multiple ways to do it. Basically what we do like to do is take new oil or fresh oil and just kind of get around the seal relatively, just so it's not dry when we push the seal in. But on top of that, we would usually use like a block of wood to, once we push it in here with a rubber mallet. But unfortunately right now it's not really much of an option, so I'm just going to try and work it in first with my hand as best I can evenly, and from there just kind of tap it lightly with the mallet until it kind of seats in. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and throw the flywheel in now. This is it. It has been resurfaced. It was a two-step, basically they refinished this and then the flywheel itself. We were going to try and record it, but it'll probably be a little bit difficult because I'm going to need Mr. Cameraman Davis's hands. So I apologize for that, but we'll give you guys a shot of it after it's installed.
And now we're just throwing the bolts back in.
Hey, Andrew, can I get a screwdriver?
Yeah, here you go.
Wait, what? What did my glove rip? What am I doing? Wait,
Like, I know enough to know that's not a screwdriver, but like anything revolving cars, not lost
Well,
me.
I mean, a flathead you use to like pry on things.
All right, back to the speed shed, guys. Just a quick update. It is getting pretty late into the night. We're gonna get the trans on, but just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Like we said earlier, getting the flywheel and the pressure plate on is kind of a two-man job. And before we had our assistants here, it was just me and Davis. So we did get the flywheel, the pressure plate, and the clutch bolted up. Everything's torqued down with Loctite. And we're gonna go ahead and pull the clutch alignment tool out right now. Give you guys kind of a view on what it's looking like as of now, just so that way you have an idea. We are hiring a new cameraman if you guys are curious. But anyway, this is a clutch alignment tool. It does sit kind of in the middle of the pressure plate just to hold the clutch in place.
Does that look like it's center?
And now we will go ahead and after pulling it out, and Bryce is asking dumb questions. And it's pretty much where we're at. So we'll go ahead and throw the trans on now. Welcome back to the speed shed, everybody. It is light outside because it's not the same day, and this is probably going to be the same video. So we just suck at getting transmissions in the car, so we called for backup.
And so back there, where this groove you see right here.
All right, we're putting the automatic trans back in. We're putting the automatic trans back in. This is, I can't do it.
So